Hello and welcome. I am Arumba. Thank you for joining me. This is the second episode to our Duke of Axum playthrough, a Christian empire, or, well, rather Miaphysite. But, so where we left off last, we had just been invited to be Chancellor. We declined, because that's a fool's game. We want to be the Spy Master. Make a Spy Master. We still have 16, which is a pretty powerful score. And I'm hoping in this episode we will get unwounded, because this winter I want to go hunting and try to get rid of that slothful trait we talked about in the last episode. Now, our wife is also she's pregnant, so that's good. Hopefully we'll have a son, so we don't have to deal with all these icons at the top. And he's improved the levy reinforcement rate of our holding here. Now, having him here, I mean, it only gives us 60 soldiers. It's such a weak county right now. There's no upgrades in our castle. So all he's doing is increasing our troops by 45%. I gotta tell you, 45% of a small number is still a small number. 60 troops, the more I think about it, I'd rather have him working on military tech, because 60 men's not going to make the difference. If the Fatimids come and attack us, they have 8,000, we have like 100, 60 is not going to matter. So let's do a little bit of technology studying real quick. Let's see, do we have anybody that's getting neighbor bonuses? None. In fact, maybe there's an easier way to look at this. Let's just say, what is our cultural building? Light infantry. Oh, fantastic. Light infantry are terrible. That's not good. Light infantry. How is infantry melee weapons looking? Nothing. Closest person that has at least one level of it is here. Nothing along our borders. How about light armor? Nothing. Actually here. There's a neighboring province here that has it. So if we look over the military advances, we'll be able to see on here, light armor gets a neighbor bonus of 15%. So by trying to get the technology up and maybe setting that as my focus, we'll actually make it quite quick because it's next to this county. So we'll do light armor. Let's make that our focus. And then I want to set my marshal to research military tech in that neighboring county right there. So now when I hover over it, light armor is going to grow at a rate of 9.68% per year on average. So it doesn't always go up, but there's a 9.68% chance that each year it will increase by 0.1 levels. So we'll see. Hopefully we'll be able to get our technology up, get caught up with the rest of the world. You know, the fear is that these guys have great technology. We have none. We're living in huts. Now, the other thing I want to do is let's take a look at the technology for farming. Yeah, level 2 here. Trade. Yeah. Let's go ahead and focus on... Now, the farming technology would increase castle tax by 10%. So, in every county that we got that to level 1, I'd gain 0.4 gold. Base. When I look at my character's income, I can see that the county of, say, Axum, our capital, it makes, after the modifiers, it's got that 4, and then it's increased by 86% because of my stewardship. So a base increase there is going to end up getting us about 1 gold a year, which is just nothing. Whereas if I were instead to focus on trade practice technology, that would increase the city's income, and they have a base of 12. Now I don't get that income, I don't get all of it, but I do get some. He pays me 4.13 gold per year, which, again, if his income went up by 10%, my income would go up by 10%, so it's the net, it's the same net increase, except that our town here would have more money to spend too, instead of just us. So I'm going to focus on trade practices. I think most people usually go for farming because they think it's going to, they need the money, but this gives us more of a net benefit to the realm. So we'll focus on trade practices and legalism. Legalism's almost always the most important. Let's just check, see if, yeah, they have legalism there. So now let's check the advisors again. We've got economy tech, military tech, and cultural tech. So we're really trying to get our technology up. 10.27% chance for legalism, 8.6 or so for trade practices, and 9.68 for light armor. Should be good. We'll see. So now I'm just basically waiting to become unwounded, hopefully have a son, get rid of the slothful trait. If we can become spy master, we'll be able to start plotting. In fact, who is your heir? And do you have the long reign benefit? Oh yeah, he's got long reign. Can we murder you? If I murder him, then his heir... His heir would have the short reign penalty instead of the long reign penalty, which would be good for plotting, but poor for the strength of the kingdom. And I'm still a little bit worried about this, so let's not destroy our own realm quite yet. My wife, Nikki, has complained about being absent so often. Apparently I can't seem to stay home and spend time with her. Do I want to spend money to make her like me? 15 gold to get perfect relations score with her, plus 100. I'm going to go ahead and do it, just because I don't want her to murder me later. And that'll also allow me to convert her religion. It's only 15 gold. I am used to playing in that republic we just did, so I'm used to getting like thousands of gold a year in income. It'll be a little bit tricky to adapt to only making 4 gold a month. Still wants me to be chancellor. No. Not gonna happen. Make me spy master. Now, the crown authority within Abyssinia is low enough that we, I believe, can declare war within the realm, and I can attack this count. This is a within the de jure Duchy of Axum is all of this land, including one from Nubia and one from this realm. So it's only one count. I am going to attack him and take that county because it's going to hurt the realm, which is not good because of them, but I still need to be expanding. So this is an inter-kingdom war. It's just us versus that one count. He doesn't have any allies, and so it should be very easy to take his land. After the crown authority in our realm is increased, this wouldn't be an option. We have limited crown authority, which allows vassals to wage war against each other, and we need to take advantage of it. And we have a daughter. Yay! And apparently our laws will allow us to play as a female character. So if we die, our heir would be a girl, and that's okay. But we do want a boy, ideally. We'll suffer some penalties if we play as a female character, just because your vassals won't like you as much, because you are female. Keep in mind, this isn't, I'm not trying to be sexist here, but it's the year 1067, right? There's not been a lot of laws that have passed for the sake of women's rights. Wants to make me chancellor. I knew it. No. And I'm just going to sit. I'm not going to assault this because of the ratio, and because it hardly costs us anything to maintain these men. We're not really losing much by keeping them up. So we'll just wait until the war score slowly gets to where it should be. Now I'm going to start considering making some holdings, although I want to have money for mercenaries. No, can't really afford to do that. It's a question of having burst military or consistent military. Like I could build this guard quarters and have more heavy infantry and more pikemen all the time, or I could not and have the opportunity to hire a couple thousand men at a moment's notice. And that would likely be, hopefully, the difference maker between us dying and living. So far, this guy is he's attacking somebody, but he's not attacking us. crying out loud. He really wants me to be the Chancellor. If he keeps asking, I might just do it to get him to leave us alone. Alright, second time's the charm. Let's make a boy. Now, despite our diplomacy, he hates us. Here. See, -9 from prestige. So I'm guessing it's every 20 that you go below increases the penalty by 1 point. In order to get positive benefits from prestige, it's 100 that you have to gain. So, for instance, 100 prestige increases relations by 1. 200 increases it by 2. So going negative is more expensive than going positive. What's going on here? So we've got an emir defending in a holy war. These guys are Ethiopian like us. And they're part of Abyssinia. It'd be nice if we could get him to swear fealty as well and just unite this land here. So this guy is defending against Emir Ali. So Emir Ali is actually attacking the Rasid. Interesting. Alright, good. So we're not wounded anymore. We get Scar trait, which will increase monthly prestige. Increases our health. Don't have to worry about dying. And also it's going to allow us to go hunting in the fall. We need to... oh, shoot, we're at war. Hopefully we can wrap this up before the fall. Because I'd really like to get rid of that Slothful trait. If we get rid of Slothful, we'll gain 1 to each stat, plus we'll gain Diligent, which will increase it again by 1. Increases a lot of good things. Huge swing. Alright, fine, I'll be your Chancellor. Leave me alone. Okay. The rest of this should go pretty quick. Looks like we will be able to wrap it up before the fall. It's going to take about 5 or 6 more ticks. And each tick is 12 days, so about 2 months. We might be able to fit a hunt in this year. Maybe not. Probably not. He may or may not surrender after the city falls. Just depends on how stubborn he is. Really, he stood no chance. It was 4 counties to 1. There we go. So yep, we can push it. I could continue to siege this and get a little bit of gold, 8 gold for sieging the bishopric, but I don't want to wait a year to hunt, so we'll force the peace. Now we're not at peace, not at war, we can go on a grand hunt. Costs us 10 gold, but I really want to get rid of that. Let's release our troops. We've made him a vassal, so there was no change in land, which means there's no penalties. He's not going to like us, though, because we declared war on him. And you can already see the negative effects of having a female heir, -10. So that's not good. I don't think we have the right to revoke. No, we can't take it from him. And his heir is apparently my liege, so I don't want him to die. Let's get him married. Here, you can have this lovely looking Ayana. She doesn't even look like a man, or look like a woman. That looks like a man to me. Doesn't it look like a man? Here, marry her. What? Son of a king, Count Kebus. Are you the king's son? He is. Interesting. Well, that explains why. I won't be able to convince him to do much. I could murder him. Can I murder him? What if I murder you? No, if I murder you, I'm going to lose that land. Yay, we have a son! Congratulations! Lua! Let's fit another hunt in. No events actually triggered that time. Basically just spent 10 gold for nothing except for 10 prestige. Okay, so we can take Wroth, which is the opposite of trait 5. So we would lose the patient trait. You can only have, it's one or the other. Either you have the one of the virtues or one of the sins. And so if I take Wroth, I'm going to lose Patient but gain Martial. I don't want to do that. Or I've got to risk getting wounded or maimed. I gain some prestige. I have a 10% chance of gaining 1 Martial, 10% chance of getting wounded, 5% chance of getting maimed. Hopefully we don't get maimed or wounded, because that would end this Let's Play very quickly. And we did not. So luck favors us. And unfortunately that's the most we can fit in this year. We don't have enough prestige to throw a feast, so we'll have to wait. Basically it's a waiting game at this point. Now we could attack Nubia, take one of his holdings, but unfortunately he is now defending in the Holy War for Aswan. So this guy here okay, so you are defending against who? This guy. So it's not the Fatimids, it's not the whole huge empire that's declared war, it's just this smaller version here. So a guy who's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holdings, the small prince here has declared war on our neighbor, and he has called in his 2 allies, Prince al-Mustali and Prince Abu Mansur al-Nizar. So these 2 here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 counties versus his 3. He will lose unless I help him. Now, he cannot call in his liege to this war. It's his own personal war, so we could... I like having this guy here as a buffer, and I don't want anyone else to take his land. I want to take it. It's mine. So I'm going to see if he'll allow me to offer to help him. And let's do it. Let's see if we can go assist him. Go ahead and raise the levy. We don't have very many men, but this is important. This is the key part to this game in this Let's Play, is that if he loses, there's no barrier between the Fatimids and us. We will just die, and I don't want that to happen. Believe it or not, I want this Let's Play to last more than a few episodes. I don't know why you wouldn't believe that, but... Currently he's losing. He must have lost a battle. Yep, I doubt he even has any men left. Only 100. King Georgios of Nubia has accepted his offer. So fantastic. Our king is offering to help too. So all of Abyssinia is joining in to try to defend against this push. So we're going to sort of hang back then, and we're going to utilize a feature that you've not likely seen. Uh-oh, he's coming for us. We have no ships, nothing to run. We've got to be very cautious. Fortunately, we can escape. So let's rally here. And actually, I'm going to try to group up with all of his army so that we can use this attach feature. I'm going to attach my army to his army so that we've got one powerful force, and hopefully we'll be able to go in and prevent this war from happening. Or, well, we can't prevent the war from happening, but we can prevent him from winning. He's going to rally, for some reason, to the south, which is sort of silly, I think. He should be just coming north, like I did. And unfortunately, that's going to prevent us from doing any more hunts for a while. This is probably going to take a while. This war might last a little while. Alright, so I'm going to wrap the episode up here, and in the next episode we'll probably conclude this war. Hopefully we'll be able to fit it in, and we'll see what happens. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you soon.